Good morning, students. Today we start our next topic, market structure. Already we finished two topics, that is, first one, market and agricultural marketing, scope, importance, and second one, classification of market. In that we see different dimensions, and based on that dimension we also differentiate between types of markets. And I hope you read it carefully and you understand both the topics very well. Today let us start with market structure. So market structure, what do you understand? Structure means how market is developed, how market is formed. Okay, so that we have to study in market structure. So first of all, we see the definition of market structure. Market structure refers to size and design of the market. You know, size means if the market is small or whether the market is big. So according to that, you can structure your market and design of the market. Also, the another definition of market structure is market structure refers to those characteristics of the market which affect the trader behavior and their performance. So here we have to study different characteristics of market which affects the trader behavior. Trader means uh, the person who done the business in that particular sector, market sector. So that person we can call it as a trader. Okay. So we have to judge the behavior of trader and their performance in which particular concept, market structure. Now students, very important point is related with components of market structure. So it's a very important question asked in your exam. Explain different components of market structure. So the component of market structure which together determines the conduct and performance of the market. Why we have to study components? Because with the help of this component, by understanding these components, you easily determine the market conduct and performance. Two important concepts. For that purpose, we have to know about components of market. Okay. So first one, concentration of market power. So what is concentration? The concentration of market power is an important element determining the nature of competition, market conduct and market performance. How much competition exists in any market about different products, different sellers. So that we have to determine in this particular component. This is measured by the number and size of firms existing in the market. The extent of concentration represents the control of an individual firm or groups of firms. Firms means any company, okay, over the buying and selling of that particular produce. So for that purpose, concentration, determination of concentration is very, very important between different firms. A high degree of market concentration restricts the movement of goods between buyers and sellers at fair and competitive prices and create an oligopoly or oligopsony situation in the market. Already I explained these two concepts. What is oligopoly? Oligopoly means we study this particular concept in case of dimension based on degree of competition. Is it right? So in that we study monopoly, duopoly and oligopoly. Oligopoly means if there will be two or more than two but few sellers exist, then we can call that concept as a oligopoly. And oligopsony means if there were two or more than two but few buyers exist, then we can call that concept as a oligopsony situation. in the market. So that is determined with the help of this degree of market concentration. Then degree of product differentiation. What is product differentiation? Whether or not the products are homogeneous affects the market structure. If products are homogeneous, homogeneous means same. Okay, the price variation in the market will not be wide. But when products are heterogeneous, heterogeneous means of different nature, firms have the tendency to charge different prices for their products. So everyone tries to prove that his product is superior to the product of others, and that will create the product differentiation. So that is also very important point in the component of market structure. Then third component, conditions for entry of firms in the market. So this is the another dimension of the market structure is the restriction, if any, on the entry of firms in the market. We have to restrict the entry of firms. Firms means companies who produce that particular product. Sometimes big firms do not allow new firms to enter the market. For example, you know big firms like Reliance, Tata. So these are the big firms. They are already established, but they do not allow new firms. New firms means new companies to enter in that particular market or make their entry difficult by their dominance in the market. So this situation also happen. There may also be some government restrictions on the entry of firms. Government means here you have to apply for license and uh, any other important documents. So if you are not fulfilling that documents, then government restricts on the entry of that particular firm. So these are the conditions for entry of firms in the market. Now, flow of market information. This is the fourth component. A well-organized market intelligence information system helps all the buyers and sellers to freely interact with one another in arriving at prices and striking deals. Market intelligence means here we have to um, uh, provide current information. Okay, intelligence means current updates about your prices and deals, different deals. So this is also important point. The flow of market information is also very important part of market structure. And fifth one, degree of integration. The behavior of an integrated market will be different from that of a market where there is no or less integration either among the firms or of their activities. So integration means here we have to determine the relationship between different firms. Okay. So that also we have to study whether there will be no integration or less integration either among the firms or their activities. The firm should plan their strategies according to methods to be employed in determining the prices, increasing sales, coordinating with competing firms, and adopting measures for potential entrants. So, with the help of integration, the firm should plan their strategies. So, these are the important points related with the market structure. So, these are the 5 important components we see right now about the market structure, how we can form the market structure. Okay, now we see the next concept, dynamics of market structure. Okay, dynamics means here we have to study two concepts, market conduct and market performance. So the market structure determines the market conduct and performance. So what is market conduct? So definition of market conduct is the term market conduct refers to the patterns of behavior of firms. Here we have to study different patterns of behavior of firms, but in relation, especially in relation to pricing and their practices in adapting and adjusting to the market in which they function. So all these points we have to study in which concept? Market conduct. Now, specifically market conduct includes first point, market sharing and price settling policies. Okay, So these are the very important two aspects. Policies aim at concerning rivals. Rivals means your competitors. So for that purpose, we have to decide certain policies and policies towards the setting quality of the products. If you maintain quality, good quality, then and then your products sell easily into that particular marketplace. So these are the very important 3 points you have to know about your market conduct. Okay. So next point, the market performance. Okay, so definition, I read that definition. The term market performance refers to economic results that flow from industry, okay, that economic results flow from industry, okay, and they pursue its particular line of conduct, industry to industry, and pursue its particular line of conduct, then we can call that concept as a market performance. Society has to decide the criteria for satisfactory market performance. Who decide the criteria? Society. Some of the criteria for measuring market performance and of the efficiency of market structure are, so which are the different criteria we have to find out when you measure the market performance? Number one, cost of performing various functions. What are the functions? Okay, different types of examples of market functions. For example, your grading, packaging, transportation. So these are the examples. So cost is very important when you conduct different market functions. Existence of monopoly profit. Monopoly means when one seller is there, okay, only one seller is there, then we can call it that particular concept as a monopoly. So how much profit, monopoly profit, you have to obtain? So that also we have to need to study in market performance. And to maximize general social welfare by adopting new techniques for increasing volume of business. So social welfare, how you can maximize your social welfare? For that purpose, you have to adopt new techniques, okay, for increasing volume of business. Here nowadays, the role of supermarkets, malls, is go on increasing. So this is the point you have to study in market performance. Okay. Now the next point, for satisfactory market performance, the market structure should keep pace with following changes. Keep pace means market structure reorient, okay, with the help of following changes. Otherwise, you will not get as much as satisfactory market performance. So for that purpose, number one, production pattern. You have to study production pattern. Significant changes occur in the production pattern because of which particular factors I mention here: technological, economic, and institutional factors. And due to these factors, production pattern goes on changing. The market structure should be reoriented to keep pace with such changes. So if you reoriented your market structure according to these changes, then and then you will get satisfactory market performance. Then the next point, demand pattern. The demand for various products, uh, especially in terms of form and quality. Okay, so that point keeps on changing because of change in income, the pattern of distribution among consumers, and change in taste and habits. So for that purpose, you have to see the demand from due to these particular changes. And with the help of these changes, the market structure should be reoriented to keep it in harmony with change in demand. Harmony means we have to accept that changes, and we have to make necessary changes in our market structure with the change in demand. Cost and pattern of marketing function. Marketing functions means, here I mentioned transportation, storage, financing, and dissemination of market information. Dissemination means spread or distribution, have a great bearing on type of market structure. Government policies with regard to purchase, sale, and subsidies also affect the performance of market functions. And the market structure should keep on adjusting to changes in cost and government policy. So we have to adopt this particular point and we have to change the market structure. Technological changes in industry. Technological changes necessitates change in market structure through adjustment in the scale of business, then number of firms and their financial requirements. So according to technology, you have to adjust your number of firms. If the use of technology is high, then number of firms engaged in that particular sector you have to increase. Okay, and you have to provide some financial requirements for that particular industry, and that also affects your market performance. So these are the various important points you have to know for satisfactory market performance. So students, in this particular topic, we study different concepts related with the market structure. So I think you will understand about this particular point. So go on reading, and if you face any problem, then ask me. Thank you very much.